Tonight on Tom's River Schools Today, we will take a look at your upcoming weather.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the school district. Tom's River Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
And girls in the clique, the awful names at the stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, what you got under your shirt will make them pay for the things that they did.
Good. I'm high at the moment. I'm so caught up in this. Yeah, we're just young, dumb, and broke, but we still got love to give while we're young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school kid. Young, dumb, broke high school kid. We have so much in common. We argue all the time. You always say I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. What's fun about commitment when we have all life to live? Yeah, we're just young, dumb, and broke, but we still got love to give while we're young, dumb, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, young.
Hello and welcome to Tom's River Schools Today for Wednesday, February the 12th. I'm Ryan Sicarda.
And I'm Jessica Weltman. Later on tonight, we will check out your weather and we will see how one little boy is finally seeing someone just like him.
Oh, but up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary school in our elementary happening segment. Yeah, that's right.
Starting off our elementary happenings, check in with your main office to see about any upcoming shows.
Police in Ohio found a 2-year-old boy bringing a bike in the street in 35-degree weather. It turns out he escaped from a daycare that has had 4 similar complaints in less than 5 years. Joe Paganonis has the story.
What's your name? What's your name?
Sandusky police body cam video showing a disoriented 2-year-old boy riding a toy tricycle, his socks and pants soaked. The child unable to tell police where he came from or how he ended up on a busy Prospect Street.
I really couldn't believe it, especially with that time of the day, the temperature, barely dressed, out just walking on this little scooter in the middle of the street.
It was Officer David West who was first on the scene. Video of his dash cam showing the young child on the street to the left of the screen. The dash cam video also showing how a Good Samaritan stopped his vehicle, got out of his car, called police, and signaled to the white car in the oncoming lane.
And he's waving to the car to, hey, slow down, look out, we got here. And the car did slow down and stop. So kudos to the caller.
Police had to go door to door to track down the daycare owner, who police say was watching 6 other children sleeping on the first floor. Children's Services was called to the scene, and fortunately, the child did not suffer any injuries. Police gave the daycare owner the bad news.
So you are being charged with endangering children for not providing care and safety.
And since the daycare owner has been charged with a misdemeanor, we're not going to give you her identity. Police say the front door of the home daycare did have a deadbolt lock, but that it was easily accessible for a toddler to reach up and open the door.
We tried to explain to her, maybe some child-proofing, doorknob covers. If she's watching more than one kid, maybe get an alarm or something on the door. If the door opens, there's a beeping sound.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Carly Lambusta from TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Did you know the character of Optimus Prime on the popular 1980s animated television series Transformers was originally written to speak with a Jamaican accent?
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
She once had me. She showed me her room. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on the
It's now time for us to take a look at dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is quiddity, meaning the quality that makes a thing what it is, the essential nature of a thing. And now for today's sentence, the stout and prestigious photograph of the prominent soldier showed the quiddity of his power.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we will look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather, so stick around, we'll be right back.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins and may be empty. Oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away.
Starting off intermediate happenings, if you are interested in participating in a spring sport, you must hand in your updated sports physicals do expire. The last day to hand in a sports physical is February 24th. No physical papers will be accepted after that date for spring sports. See the school nurses to check on your sports physical status. Sports are baseball, softball, and track and field.
Reminder, we are still collecting coats for our coat drive. Please drop them off in the box located in the main entrance hallway.
It is now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we will bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip. Bro, I can't read.
Green to go. Not brewing at home? Take a travel cup to your favorite Java joint. They may fill it up at a discount.
Every day on this show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give another way to help save the environment.
Heavy rains are causing headaches for more than 21 million people this week. Some residents have been forced to leave their homes as a result of the conditions. And on Wednesday, these soggy states are about to get hit again. Join Loring reports.
Bro, when it's...
Mother Nature showing no mercy. Major flooding from Texas to the Carolinas, turning roadways into rivers and leaving families with houses full of water.
We have well water, so our water's kind of murky. We don't have drinkable water at this time, and we are out of food.
This is the wettest start of the year for a number of regions in the southeast, and a new system starting Wednesday is expected to bring up to 3 more inches of rain through the southeast and into the Ohio Valley.
With the water already saturating everything, that it doesn't take much to bring it back up.
Other parts of the country are dealing with the aftermath of heavy rains they had earlier this week, like a major landslide in Washington County just outside of Pittsburgh. The Pennsylvania Department of Transportation says oversaturation is to blame.
They came and said we might have to evacuate, so I came home from work to grab some stuff, and then I couldn't get back out.
And in Washington State, all roads leading into Mount Rainier National Park are closed after heavy rains caused flooding, mudslides, and road damage.
It's scary. It makes you feel small. It makes you realize how big Mother Nature is.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A Colorado woman is facing fines for multiple instances of feeding deer inside her home. Part of the reason authorities knew the feeding was taking place, the woman posted a video of herself doing it online. Alex Rose has the story.
You know, you see all that white stuff? It's cold and stuff.
She didn't quite know it at the time. But that ended up being one expensive piece of bread.
It's a selfish act. It's unethical. It's unlawful. And it's dangerous.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife saw several videos of an evergreen woman feeding deer.
When you feed wildlife, as they become habituated, they expect you to be fed. They associate humans with food.
Investigating, then issuing citations.
$550.50.
Lori Dixon says she learned her lesson.
I do not advocate at all for people to interact with our wildlife, especially not in the manner in which I do.
Saying a deer came up to her back porch years ago injured, she patched him up.
I was a vet tech for 7 years, and I worked with wildlife before.
So we try to keep his rack strong through the winter.
If something comes to me and needs my help, I'm going to help it. That's just who I am, human or not.
But the video outlines a serious issue in Colorado, people not letting wildlife stay wild.
They may think it's harmless. They may think it's helpful. They may think that wildlife can't get by during a winter. But doing that really causes more harm than good.
Hi, sweetness. Hi, my baby. Come here.
Hoping the hefty fine and this message will change people's behavior.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Tom's there at schools today. We'll be right back.
my spirit could kill. You know, I've seen a lot of people walking around with tombstones in their eyes.
Last night I had the strangest dream. I sailed away to China in a little rowboat to find you, and you said you had to get your laundry clean.
Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
A librarian at a Wisconsin high school wants to make her facility about more than expanding minds. Chris Scholler reports on the new addition to the school library that's keeping kids' bodies healthy too.
Inside Preble High School, lots of students, lots of studying. But for the past week, when Ella Kampf visits the library, she not only studies, she works up a sweat.
I can just rest my arms right here. They have a arm rest right here for your forearms, and it engages all your lower muscles, so it's really nice to exercise on.
This is an ExerDesk, combination desk and exercise bike. Here because of librarian Lori Barber.
It's been used every hour since we put it up.
An innovative thinker dedicated to keeping her library fresh.
I wanted to give the kids a different opportunity to utilize the library and to learn.
Barber bought the ExerDesk from proceeds from the Hardcover Cafe. Started back in 2014 as a way to fund library improvements.
I bring out a Keurig and I make homemade biscotti for the kids every Friday. I charge $1 donation for the biscotti and $1 for the coffee.
In the past, the money's been used to buy comfy chairs and high-top tables.
She's always talked about how this year I'm planning on getting this. This year I'm planning on getting this cool thing.
And this time around, it's the ExerDesk.
It's odd and it's cool, you know? You can do homework on it while you're just moving your legs, barely even notice anything. It's quite nice.
They're very innovative. Not a lot of people have them, so it's a real nice opportunity for these kids.
Students like Ella Kampf, who found a new place to reduce stress while they studied.
Are you looking for some excitement? Do you want to help others? Why don't you become an EMT for the Eastover First Aid Squad? EMT applications can be picked up in the safety office. Just see Safety Officer Kenny or Officer Herbst in the main office.
The Creative Writing and Art magazine of High School North is accepting creative writing and art submissions from all students and staff for the 2020 edition of Polaris. Submissions can be turned into Mr. Domino in BB7 or email them to trnpolaris@yahoo.com.
All Mariners, college visits have been scheduled for this month, meeting with representatives helps you in your selection process. Come hear what the colleges you're interested in have to offer. You must see Miss Rose in guidance to sign up in advance to attend. A list will be posted in your junior and senior English classrooms, and check the High School North website at trschools.com soon for complete lists each month. Let's take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Megan Costello, and what really grinds my gears is when I'm at work and customers are super rude to me.
It is now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tom's at schools today. We'll be right back. Like, why are we up there for 20 minutes?
Broken bottles in the hotel lobby. Seems to me like I'm just scared of never feeling it again. But I know it's crazy to believe in silly things, but it's not that easy. I remember it now, it takes me back to when it all first started. But I've only got myself to blame for it, and I accept it now. It's time to let it go out and start again. But it's not that easy. But I've got high hopes. It takes me back to when we started. High hopes when you let it go. Crowded hallways are the loneliest places for outcasts and rebels, or anyone who just dares to be different. And you've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their narrow minds there's no room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was sticks and stones. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible.
Starting off sports, more than 100 dogs now have forever homes, thanks to a Super Bowl star. Derek Nady is a defensive tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's also a self-professed dog lover. Rebecca Cannon reports he's paying it forward by helping dogs in his community.
You know the sound of an animal shelter. Lots of barking, lots of noise.
How you doing?
But during Derek Nady's tour of the Kansas City Pet Project shelter on Saturday, it was mostly quiet. And it was because of him.
Personally, I'm a dog man myself.
This season, Nady sponsored a dog's adoption fee after every Chiefs victory.
I was signing the paperwork, and they said that Derek Nady was sponsoring him.
All 12 were adopted.
He's a naughty boy.
And then the Super Bowl happened. So number 91 decided to sponsor all 109 dogs who were waiting to be adopted before February 2nd. That cost more than $18,000. Which he wrote a check for on Saturday at the new shelter.
The fact that there's people out here really trying to make a difference in this world is amazing, because there's a lot of people on both sides of the spectrum, one that's just really, really selfish and ones that are really, really selfless. And those people that are selfless should be praised.
Derek Nady, thank you, sir.
And Nady is being praised.
I think that's great. You see a lot of players, giving back to the community and, donating their time and money, but you don't really see dogs that much.
And the Kansas City Pet Project loves the attention.
We also want this to inspire so many other people in communities across the country, individuals that have the means to, corporations, athletes, whomever, step up, go to your local shelters and say, hey, we want to do this too in our community.
The community has a lot to bark about.
It feels amazing. Being here, I feel like I'm kind of indebted to, help out the city any way I can.
Because this football season, naughty was nothing but nice.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast for tomorrow. It will be rainy with a high of 58 and low 30. Moving to Friday, the sun comes back with a high of 35 and a low of 17. And finally for Saturday, it will be sunny with a high of 33 and a low of 28.
Wrapping up tonight's show, for kids with disabilities, fitting in can be difficult. That's why in Arizona, Mom is sharing a major win that brought a smile to her wheelchair-bound toddler's face. Chloe Marr introduces us to the family and the ad that has them cheering.
Little Oliver was on a Target run with his mom in Peoria when an advertisement caught his eye.
He stopped his wheelchair dead in his tracks and he flipped it around and he just looked straight up.
To see a little boy in a wheelchair, just like him, Ollie relies on his wheelchair to get around. He was born with a rare condition, caudal regression syndrome, that affects his lower spine and organs.
Oliver! It was just a beautiful moment to see, him just admiring somebody like him, because he doesn't get to see that very often.
Mom took to Facebook to share the moment that brought her to tears and celebrate Target's inclusivity. That post quickly went viral.
To see that kind of backing and to see that support, not only for Ollie, but just the things Target's been doing.
Target started rolling out the more inclusive ads in 2017, mainly on the apparel floors, and they refresh them regularly for the next batch coming at the end of this month. Garza Pena hopes other stores will follow Target's lead.
Everywhere. Everybody, everywhere, all the time. That would make a huge difference.
But until then, she's grateful for Target's efforts, saying it's a moment most parents like her dream of.
To see their kids that included, because we don't get that often.
Say bye, say thank you, everybody.
In Peoria, Chloe Marr, ABC 15, Arizona.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it interschool mail to the TV studio at High School East. Or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in TV21 throughout the day to catch this show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Toms River Schools Today, I'm Jessica Weltman.
And I'm Ryan Sicardo. Have a great night.